We're here in Lucerne, and I want to share with you one of my favorite plants. This is Amelanchier alnifolia, which is, the common name is serviceberry or Saskatoon. And they grow naturally, natively here in this part of Washington and Lucerne and up the switchbacks and all the way up into Holden Village. So this is native to this area, which means it grows here naturally. It wasn't planted. And as you can see, it's in bloom. It has leaves that are oval shaped, about 1 to 3 inches long. This plant prefers full sun, but also tolerates part shade. The mature height is 6 to 15 feet. It's considered drought tolerant, so it grows here without any additional water, and this part of Washington gets very little water. It's very hardy. It grows to a hardiness zone of 2, which is minus 40 to minus 50 degrees in the wintertime. So it would do a good plant for the Midwest and northern climates. The flowers that you see have been blooming since mid-April, last for quite a long time. They're in clusters at the ends of the branches, and when the flowers are done, they will produce blue, round berries that are about 1/4 to 1/2 inch long. And they're edible and they're sweet. They're good for wildlife. I enjoy eating them. When I worked on the trails last summer at Holden Lake or Heart Lake, I snacked on them and it was a great treat. So check out the Amelanchier alnifolia, serviceberry, if you're looking for something to add to your landscape. A beautiful plant that would do well in anybody's yard and also enjoy it in nature.
The next native plant that I am highlighting is Oregon grape holly, Mahonia aquifolium. It contrasts the previous plant, the serviceberry, in size and growing conditions. This plant is much smaller and more suited for a shady area, either partial shade or full shade, and it's evergreen. The leaves are pinnately compound with 5 to 9 leaflets, so they resemble holly and branch out like a fern leaf or feather. It's hardy to zone 5, which is the Chicago area, and it thrives in zones 6 to 7 here at Holden as well. It's best planted where it's protected from winter wind and sun, which could cause scorching. So again, shade is advised. If the leaves get scorched, they fall off in the spring as new leaves emerge. This plant prefers moist, well-drained soil, but it tolerates drought once it's established. The Oregon grape holly here gets very little rain, but it doesn't do well in poorly drained, compacted soil, so not the best choice for a clay soil. It makes a nice understory shrub, used as a ground cover plant, which is how it occurs in nature. The plant grows 3 to 5 feet high and 3 foot wide, and the bright yellow flowers appear in early spring against burgundy leaves from last year. They're blooming in Lucerne on Lake Chelan in April and will be blooming in the village in May. The yellow flower clusters also contrast with the new glossy holly-like foliage that starts out burgundy and it matures to blue-green, which I pictured in the video. The flowers give way to blue-black berries with a whitish cast or bloom in late summer, which you can also see pictured. They're edible and can be used in jelly, jam, and sauces when they're fully ripe or touched by frost. Frost may cause some of the leaves to turn red and be a decorative feature in winter. For those of you who have critters in your yard, this plant is deer and rabbit resistant. So if you have a shady spot in your yard, I recommend Mahonia aquifolium. It's a real gem.